yourself high five.
Hello and welcome, everybody. Good morning. It is I'm here. It's just the white hat today. I'm not feeling the villain thing, so I decided to wear a white hat. Going with the Detroit. I show off my Detroit collection of hats. I've got a lot of them. But yeah, if you didn't see the tweet that I tweeted this out on the stream, or I tweeted the stream out earlier. Oh, damn. I'm sorry you're not feeling good at Dega. Rest up, my man, and just enjoy listening then. I'd love to have you on one of these day streams. But anyway, folks, my regular Twitter account at the place to be RE1, where you probably most of you follow me, is permanently suspended. And I'll show you why, exactly why. But we have the secondary account up. My personal account, which we've used into, I've kind of turned into a new account for the show until my appeal goes through and they reinstate my main account. But we're gonna I'll build the secondary account up as well now, just in case. So let me pull that email up here. This is from my official email, the place to be reviews at mail.com, the world's best mail. We have it was a fun little back and forth with Twitter support this morning. Let me find this here. Let's see. Email. Let's go back and go to inbox. Let's see here. We don't need spam folder. It was funny. They sent me a email, and it. What did they say? Hate. Of course, it was hate speech. The usual shite. Let's see. Here's okay. It says violating our rules against hateful conduct. You may not promote violence against, threaten, harass other people on the basis of race, ethnicity, national origin, sexual orientation, gender identity. Okay, gender and gender identity. Gender identity is not real. It's made up. It's make-believe. Religious affiliations, age, disability, or serious disease. I did none of those things. This is what I said to Brooklyn Dicksucker Defiant. Why don't you act like you know, you fucking big-headed mongoloid? All right? That's not making fun of a disability. I'm not threatening him. He just is literally a big-headed fucking mongoloid. I said, you want to shriek like a retard? He's not really disabled. I'm not saying that to disparage disabled people. Mainly pointing out a fact that he's really stupid. Of course, I should have worded this more articulately, but I said, you want to shriek like a retard, in quotation marks, white supremacy, they shooting everybody. And meanwhile, in Chicago, Baltimore, etc., there's a mass shooting every Friday, Saturday night. But that doesn't get you clout. Fuck you. That's what I said. That's what I said. Hale Scramble's the death dealer. Yes, I did. So I'll share my my secondary Twitter account in the in the chat right meow. Hang on a second here. Let me go over to the profile And it is the place to be reviews on Twitter. Not the place to be Ari, but it's still, here we go. I'll just drop this in the chat right here. Here is the new, that's where you can follow me on Twitter. If you're not already following me over there, that's the new account for the show. Yeah. Hey, Chris, what's going on, bro? Chris, there's a link in the chat if you are in our group chat if you want to jump in. But yeah, that's the email. That's what I got from Twitter. And it says, note, if you attempt to evade a permanent suspension by creating new accounts, we will suspend your new accounts. If you wish to appeal the suspension, please contact our support team, which I've done. And this account that I'm using now is not new. I've had this account actually since 2018. Thanks, Scrambles. Let me get over there and follow you back. Oh God, actual fandom. That actual fandom guy is just, what a moron. Let's see. Does it show? Yay! Yeah, we hit 100 followers. Oh God. Let's see. You're just at Scrambles the Death Dealer. So let's make sure we got Scrambles on there. Yeah. You got to. Twitter is, so Elon Musk is a free speech absolutionist, right? I mean, what the actual hell? I don't know. I'm not seeing your Twitter. Drop your Twitter link in the chat, Scrambles. For some reason, it's not showing up. I don't know why, and I don't know. It's weird though. But yeah, let me make sure I'm following everybody here. Yeah, if you have a Twitter link and I am not following you, let's see, Godzilla. Okay, there we go. There's Scrambles. All right, I got it. I got you. All right. Yeah, we got to. I don't know who you were beefing with on Twitter, but I think even they would agree Twitter's actions here are dumb. Oh no, it's Brooklyn Dad Defiant. I'm to him, I'm like just white trash in a flyover state, especially because I'm not a liberal. Thank you, Gap. I will follow back. It really sucks to have an account you've built. I've built that show account up. I got you, Scrambles. I followed you. If it showed, I followed you. I built this Twitter account for years. Like it's been a couple of years. It's been like what, 3 years now since I've been building that account. I've had my personal one, like I said, since 2018. And I never really did anything with it until I got serious into networking on YouTube. I joined the Fandom Collective. And the NADP Twitter account was what I used. That was my Twitter account. So, yeah. And then I created the other one for the show so I could kind of separate my personal, political, and other views. But they kind of blend together, especially now. It's more so than ever before. So, yeah, here we are. Follow me. But we do have some topics I wanted to... dude, Scrambles, man. You've supported the channel, for a long time. I appreciate it. I really do. You guys, I know I say that a lot, and I don't mean to be I'm not trying to be insincere because I say it a lot. It seriously fucking means a lot to have the core audience that I have. I bitch at times about not, expanding my base, and that's not because I want to, forsake my core audience. I don't. You guys are amazing, and I am thankful for all of you. So yeah, you guys make this worthwhile, honestly. I think I'm getting an ulcer from stress and too much coffee and lack of sleep, which is last night. I went to bed at 8:15, 8:30 after Drew's stream. And I sat there and watched wrestling for 2 hours. I was I'm going to go to sleep, and I watched Nitro from... and then I'm looking back and I'm like, oh shit. I'm this is right before my 18th birthday. And it was, we're talking, April of 98. And I had gone to the Nitro that was like 2 days after my birthday. I believe it was the 21st, and it was in, was that Grand Rapids? No, it was Saginaw. I think it was Saginaw. I can't remember, because that's where, like, basically Nitro, it was a cross between, like, going to GR and then Sag Nasty to watch the Nitro shows. A couple times in Detroit for Nitro, or like WCW Saturday Night. But the majority of the shows I went to were, for WCW anyway, were in Saginaw, which is like not that far of a drive for me. So we would, thank you, Chris. Whoa. The screen's like, hey, don't move like that. But let's see here. So that's enough of the formalities, I think. Let's see. Oh, I know what you guys are thinking too. You're doing a live stream. Where's the Gotham Knights review? I haven't got a chance to watch it yet. I'm gonna screen record it. I'm gonna go upstairs. I gotta do some errands. You know, we got the show tonight. I'm going to we're gonna find a guest for the Holy Shit News show tonight. Which, like I said, this week has been so hectic for me. I really apologize. For I mean, we released 2 videos. I've done some shorts. You know what? Did you guys see the short? Did you guys see the John Wick short yet? Let me know in the chat if you saw the John Wick short. If not, we'll show it. Because somebody suggested yesterday after I did the Red Foreman, I call it the Red Boddicker, that I do some different ones. And I'm not going to say which ones because I don't want to spoil anything, but the John Wick was one of them. So I did that with Bill or Ted from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, across the dialogue with that. So I did that one, and it got like 1,200 views, and it'll die right there. Like, it got 1,200 views, and it's dead. It's dead in the water now. But it only took like a few minutes to make, so I'll do another one tomorrow morning. I had another suggestion from somebody, so I'll do that tomorrow. They literally take me no time at all, and I have to work tomorrow, so I don't think we'll be. Well, we might stream tomorrow. Who knows? But I got to get the Gotham Knights video done, and that's this afternoon. I'll be working on writing that and producing it over the next I'll probably release it Friday. In all honesty, just because I want to take my time. It's going to be produced like a Batwoman review. Yeah, it'll be produced like a Batwoman review. So we'll make sure. There we go. I follow Gap and Pop Culture 24, which is 24 Eyes. Let's see what is Scrambles. That's awesome. I feel the same way about my viewers, subscribers. My dude telling me he remembered my first stream. I had 30 followers and I took my shirt off. I used to do that on my old channel because I was in much better shape and it got a lot of views because I was much better shape back then. It's kind of like my Instagram account. If you follow me on Instagram, you go back about 5 years. It's like, these are all bodybuilding pictures. It's like, yeah, because I was not a YouTuber then. But no, let's get into some topics here. I didn't bring you guys here just to babble. No. I plan on entertaining a little bit this morning. Maybe I have, maybe I haven't. But let's see. There's somebody. I'm following them. All right. When I see people, I was like, okay, I got to make sure I'm following you. I got to make sure I'm following you. Spork, what did Spork say? This was yesterday, 2 days ago. Hot take: I am a white bald male and I'm not racist. I want to see the comments on that. Okay, all right. There's no hate in there. Spork's a good guy. Scotty's a good dude. Yeah, see. That's it, man. I was like, I weighed myself this morning. I'm like, what, 215? I'm like, man, I used to be like 245. You know, I don't mind being a little bit lighter now, but it's just like not. I've lost a lot of muscle. Let's be honest. But yeah, so it's like I got to thin down a little bit, body fat wise. That's the goal. Let's see here. I don't even know if I can talk about that. Because there's an article from Bounding I'd really like to talk about there. But this one we're going to start out with. It came out yesterday. And it is, of course, it's some Star Wars news. So I mean, kind of Star Wars news, but not totally. So let's share this. We'll talk about it. And I don't have any segment intros over here yet. We're working on that. Hey, if you're in the chat, slap that like button. Slap the shit out of it. Damn, if I took my shirt off in public, they'd need a mosaic to cover my man boobs. Chris. Here we go. And I had to use the Griffin's living room for this. Like, really, there's no other backdrop I could use for a morning show. Wonder Woman 1984 director Patty Jenkins says, I give up after no women nominated for Best Director at Oscars. Does anybody care? I mean, can we stop? Can we please stop? Between Drew Barrymore kneeling for that Troon Dylan, whatever his name is, that's, oh my God, Z's, I'm on day 47. They got to meet the president because he's playing pretend. He plays dress up. I mean, let's be honest. Nobody with a brain wants to meet fucking Biden anyway. But, I mean, you know, let's be honest. Meeting the president, consider it an honor. But when they just let some fruit booty do it just because, I mean, isn't that a little bit pathetic and disingenuous? God, it's fucking pathetic. What up, good stuff? Hey, good stuff. Follow me on the new Twitter account, bud. And you can, so you can DM me over there. Here's the link. The regular Twitter account is permanently banned. So there you go, good stuff. Follow me over there on the personal account, and that's where all our communique will take place for the time being, until we get the account reinstated, or they just decide to permanently ban it. What up, 24? Good to see you. I'm starting lifting again. Last year's added some weight. Was just going to cut the fat. As I get older, I appreciate the strength more and more. So I'm going to use the weight to put size back on. Exactly, man. Yeah, dude, I was watching like some videos on my Insta the other day. Like, I was flat pressing fucking 75s, 80s for reps. I'm just like, I couldn't even do that now. I without tearing something. Yeah, the president met with Dylan Mulvaney, scrambles. It's pathetic. It's pathetic, man. But yeah, 24, that's my goal, is to kind of, just get back in shape. And I told my kid that too. He's going to start working out with me. He'll be 8 this summer, so, nothing too heavy, just going to get a fucking, get him going a little bit with some basic stuff. Chris is right. The Sentinel, what's up, man? Hail. Like I said, follow me over at the new account. Well, it's the old account. If you're not following me over there already, I'm gonna keep here. We'll just put that in the chat again right there for anybody just coming in. There's the personal Twitter you can follow me at. My advice regarding Twitter bannings is simply get a cheap track phone, set up a new Twitter handle and account. At least while you're waiting, you can have access to Twitter through that. Well, I do have access through my old account, because they said if you create new accounts, they'll ban those. But my personal account is like a year older, a year and a half older than the show account. So yeah, just follow the N80 Pete one for now. What up, Hicks Villain? Hail. And yeah, we can continue business on Twitter over on the personal account. Yeah, that's just, man. It's such a sham though. It really is. It's such a sham that, they talk about, I just followed Hicks Villain and Good Stuff back. Talk about their, Elon Musk, freedom of speech and all this bullshit. It's like, if you really believe that, you still wouldn't. I said fuck a couple times. I said retard. And, but I didn't attack anybody based on anything. That's what pissed me off. Then we got Patty Jenkins saying that the womensies are being discriminated against for not having a woman nominated for Best Director at the Oscars. What if there's no films that are worth nominating? So you want a shit movie nominated just for the sake of having a shit movie nominated just because it's a woman director. Sentinel, it's all good, man. Sometimes it happens. Let me acknowledge your comment there. The Sentinel says, I'm taking a little quick vacation from Twitter because I got all these Matt people coming after me about Ahsoka, Tano, and Anakin Skywalker and why it's okay for them to do it. Oof. Man. These people are sick. Dropping N-bomb. Soft A or hard R? Neither's going to happen here because they'll nuke my channel in a heartbeat. Are you kidding me? I'm way too light-skinned to do that. Even if it was a soft A. Somebody'd complain about it. You know what I mean? These people are sick, though. Map, that's not a real thing. That's all that is covering up their perverse, disgusting, illegal proclivities and trying to call it something else, which is disgusting, disingenuous, and, I mean, hard are you, pussy. God damn it. Hey, little Chupacabra. Welcome. Patty Jenkins is another one. This woman's an idiot. I'm sorry. She is. She's an idiot. If you're really going to sit here and complain like it's some affront that there's no female director, why? Why? I don't get it. I mean, if there was a female director worth nominating, I'm pretty sure they would be nominated. You know, especially in today's day. 24. The patriarchy is strong. It created Women Plus. It did. It really did. Hang on. And we're going to hail Draven. Hail. Are you working, Draven? If you're not working, get your ass in here. You've got a link. Let me find this picture somebody sent me. Oh, Shawhan messaged me. Adam Cashhan. Super fan. The patriarchy is strong. The patriarchy is strong. You can't even pretend like this isn't like this. Let me find that video. Oh, speaking of videos and pictures, did you guys and gals or whatever happen to notice that those black white supremacists that beat up Juicy Smollett, they had their expose on Fox and they broke down exactly how they did it. Holy shit, is that funny? I watched that video yesterday. I think Tony sent it to me. And it was fucking great. It was just beautiful. Olivia Wilde was nominated for cheating on her husband and looking like a meth head. Yeah, see? Hicksville's got it down. Hicksville knows. What movie? Olivia Wilde, was it? I can't remember what movie she did, but I mean, Olivia Wilde's just, ugh. Yeah. Let me find the, I gotta find the picture that I got because god damn, what a joke. I mean, to see Drew Barrymore, kneeling for a man and then praising him for these sick bastards wear the female identity like a skin suit, and feminists are just, some of them are just like, oh yes, queen. It's like, that's a man. Like, we have been forcing women into career paths for decades now. They don't want the jobs, and somehow it's everybody else's problem. Yep. Yes. And no one is demanding justice for Juicy now. If there was any justice, he'd be rotting in a cell for his hoax, right? Like, he faked a fucking hate crime. You know, it's as dumb as Bubba Wallace. Hail. Instant regret, my man Chris Underwood. Welcome, brother. Chris, if you didn't hear, me main Twitter went bye-bye. So follow me on the I think you're following me on the old Twitter anyway. I'm not sure. But yeah, follow me at the @N80Pete one. And yeah, like I said, until the main Twitter's back. Oh, and quick update before we get back into the article. Some of the merchandise will be ready this week. I've got some new Wakulian Order, the black and white T-shirts getting printed up. I got a dozen of them right now getting printed. We'll have large XL and 2X for the big boys. And yeah, those will be available for sale. You can get them off the website, Teespring, which that's available, or you can get one from me directly. I'll be able to get it to you a little bit quicker, obviously. Sizes, they're limited quantities until I get another run printed out. But I'm having these printed up locally, so I'm only doing a dozen at a time. So yeah, that's that'll be fun. Hail Nelson the Psychopath. What's going on, brother? Nelson made an appearance on our member stream the other night, and it was kind of like almost like a Friday Night Tights thing. He whipped out his banana, his black banana, and it squirted everywhere. It was frightening. It was terribly frightening. 24. I've never had a female friend say I want to be a movie director, a radio host, or a sound designer. I worked with a few female DJs, but that is never few female DJs when I was working in radio, even less in pro wrestling. And even the girls that were involved when I was in wrestling with the companies I worked in, most of them are rats. I mean, there's I remember working with, what's her name? Jessica Havoc. If you guys know who she is, she was on a card. She got in trouble for some racist, she said some racist shit a couple years ago. I think she hard-hearted a couple times, something like that. Or maybe it was social media beef, I can't remember. But, she was a fucking ring rat, too. I mean, every one of them is a fucking ring rat, especially in the indies. Yeah, I've got like 4 Facebook accounts. When ETEP talks, all I hear is Ben Shapiro. Hang on a second. I'll get a Ben Shapiro GIF for for OBS when I use OBS. That's me, ETEP Shapiro, the ETEP Shapiro Show. Be sure to subscribe to dailywire.com for premium content, including Terror on the Prairie starring Gina Carano. Support Gina Carano. She trades her pronouns and beep bop boop. There you go. There you go, Nelson. Let's see. You never hear a female say they want to be a construction worker, trash man, or a landscaper. No. Not really. I know one female landscaper that I follow on Instagram, and her name's Jacked Lawn Girl, and it's only because she is a figure competitor in her spare time. She's some hot ass Latina. I was like, oh my god, I can't remember how I came across her page, but I was like, you are gorgeous. I'm like, I couldn't concentrate if she was coming over to cut my lawn. There's no way. There's no way. No, come over to do some fucking landscaping work, and her arms are the size of mine. I'm like, no complaints. Speaking of which, if you haven't yet, go ahead and check out the interview with Jennifer Thomas from SessionGirls.com, former WWE developmental talent. She sat down for about, there's a hair on top of my camera. It's bugging me. There's one on the brim of my head. I can see just kind of floating around. It's like when you see something in the corner of your eye, cut your lawn and steal your soul. I would allow that, Chris. I would allow that. I would allow it. Yeah, I would allow that. ETEP, I can help you set up a printer on demand platform interface your website. The closing, dude. I'm all for it. Hit me up. Shoot me a DM. We can definitely. I would love that. As a matter of fact, I can't remember if you stream Wednesday nights or not. We got an opening for a guest on Holy Shit News tonight if you're interested. It's been so long. It's been like a year since we streamed together, I think. Because I remember I was over on your channel. But yeah, if you're interested, just DM me. There's a trim your bush joke in there somewhere. I should just show a picture of her. She's fucking hot. I mean, I think she's. I don't know. Hey, I got no qualms about liking chicks that are into physical fitness at all. No fucking inhibitions about that whatsoever. But Patty Jenkins is still a moron. Oscars nominated. Let's see, Martin McDonough for The Banshees of Inisherin, Daniel Kwan and Daniel Scheinert for Everything Everywhere All at Once, Steven Spielberg for The Fabelmans, Todd Field for Tar, and Ruben Östlund for Triangle of Sadness. Jenkins spoke to Variety's Mark Malkin, telling him, I give up. She continued, I say that with all their push to have diversity. The numbers are hugely imbalanced of who votes for these things. I sort of just stopped paying attention to it. It's still going to take a long ways to go. It's going to take more to truly, really more diverse awards. I really appreciate the efforts they're making, but we have a long way to go. Maybe if she was a better director, this wouldn't be such a problem. I mean, honestly, what's Patty Jenkins' body of work other than being like a gassed up mid from the neck down? What's her body of work outside of, Wonder Woman? What? Why? Hail Silicon Dave, what's going on? Let's see. I want to hit the chat here. Chris Pine has the why the hell do it. Chris, ask Tony. Tony says Chris Pine has the same damn look all the time. The only thing worse than being a loser is being a sore loser. Yes. I'm on a streaming break and take care of family things and moving, but I can't wait to get back to it in a couple weeks and I'll be ready to rock. Excellent. I would still love to talk to you about the printer platform because I need that. Just for the bulk of the stuff, because I don't push it nearly enough as I should, the merchandise side of things. But yeah, I mainly got these shirts printed out for Horror Hound because I'm gonna try to sell some down there. But yeah, we'll do that, and said we'll get some better printer stuff lined up. But I do want to have merch. I'm gonna have tank tops and everything available for this summer. Yeah, you can DM me the merch site. Absolutely, 24. Taking early work break, time change, kicking my ass. Yeah, that time change has not been an easy adjustment for me either. It's been less of an easy adjustment than it has for Patty Jenkins to be unemployed. I mean, Jane Campion won the award for film Power of the Dog. Brian Cannell reacted to comments questioning your double talk. This is what he says. So are you giving up, or are you saying there's a long way to go? If you're saying there's a long way to go, then saying I give up doesn't really make sense. So what exactly are you giving up? Well, it's pretty much true. I mean, you're talking about giving up completely. Like there's no hope for women in this game. It's like you can't force women to do jobs that they don't want to do. It's like forcing me to say that Dylan Mulvaney is a woman. He's not. He's not a woman. He's never going to be a woman. And Patty Jenkins is a feminist, which, this is, you'd think, strong women and all, she'd want, women's rights, not whatever we're doing now. God, I just laugh at this shit because it's just hypocrisy. It's straight up hypocrisy. And oh, dude, thank you. The RoboCop short is fantastic. Well, like I said, we're gonna show the John Wick one here in a moment. In case you hadn't seen that yet, Dylan is a spaceman, Dave. And I think that's being kind. Hail Vinny. So I can't jump on today, but swinging by to say hello and smash that like button. Yeah, I'm not sure if we're gonna go for an hour and a half yet. But I'd still, like I said, I gotta watch and produce the Gotham Knights review, and we've got fucking Draven. I gotta watch John Wick now and review that. So thanks, Draven. Been avoiding those movies for years. I know it sounds like blasphemy, doesn't it? Oh God, thank you, Vinny. Thank you, you guys. Yeah. Let's see. Wait, what did Fisk say? Goodstuff's last poll was tough. Alice in Chains Rooster versus Nirvana Smell Like Team Spirit. Rooster by Alice in Chains all day. I fucking loved Alice in Chains, man. Inez, Staley, Cantrell. That was one of my favorite grunge bands, one of my favorite rock bands. Those are so good. Yeah. It's like I said, Patty Jenkins from the neck down, gassed up mid. Between the ears, there's not much going on there. I seriously don't think. It's fucking ridiculous. God. Fuck. I hate people. Haven't seen the John Wick one yet. Well, you know what? We know Patty Jenkins is a moron. Complete idiot. Let's do this. Let me go over here. We'll just do this. I'll just upload it as a clip. Yeah, we can do that. Here, let's unmute the music. It sounds too weird, like going from having like little talk bed music to not having anything now. I can't even stand that during when we do segments. I've got it, got to have some kind of background music. Because it's there's nothing there. It just drives me insane. Not having any music in the background. My son has a jar of flies tattoo. Nice. Entertainment is so sad now. It's 24. People used to compete to make the best project. Now it's more about ingredients than the technique. It is. It absolutely is. And that's a big fucking problem. It is, dude. I'm getting ready to get my first ink. I've never got a tattoo. I have none. I'm gonna get. It's gonna be a Jason Voorhees tattoo to start out with, because I happen to know a good tattoo artist, Nelson. So I'm going to have Nelson design my ink. Hockey mask and a microphone. And then there's another one I want to get to my son. It was like he was a day old, and he was. I've talked a little bit about what my kid went through, and it was very, very, very bad. Like I said, he was in the NICU for 7 days, and it's just a picture of me holding his hands, like him basically. He was holding my finger, and I was kind of holding his hand, when he was like a day or two old. So that's one thing I want to get tattooed, like right here. I have a picture of it. You're going to. You're the only person I'll let. I was joking around about getting a tattoo at Horror Hound, but I'm like, I won't do that. I feel like I'm cheating on Nelson if I do that. So let's see. Let's see if this uploaded. It did. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't seen it yet, the Bill Wick short this morning has gotten, let's see, it shows publicly. I love how YouTube does this. It shows 839 views, but when you go to the dashboard, it's got 1,100. So fuck you, YouTube. I don't know what you're doing to my views, but fuck you anyway. Here it is.
Ready, Bill?
Dude, are you sure we should be doing this?
I have a feeling things are about to change in a most outstanding way.
Well, I'm Luke Bill, and you're not my father. No! Come on! What is this? Hey! Totally conquered you, dude! No way! Come on! Ah! I'll never rule the universe with you! Oh! Ah!
There's the there's the Bill Wick short this morning, folks. Yeah, so enjoy that. I did the Red Boddicker one yesterday. I'm pretty sure everybody's seen that one. What's up, Sheila? Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you guys have all seen that one by now. But yeah, that John Wick one, it literally took me. I'm not watching 1 through 4, Draven. I'm not going to the theater to see the fucking 4th one. I'll wait till it comes out on goddamn streaming or something. I'm not going to the theater to watch those. Son of a bitch. Guys forced me to watch movies and shit when I'd rather watch shitty entertainment at home. Oh, let's see. Yeah, modern music sucks. Dave, they do the same thing to mine half the time. Like I said, they're chopping off like 300 views right now. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Fucking pricks. Modern music does suck. I saw Goodstuff in 24 talking about music. Like I said, having worked in FM for 6 years, Jesus, modern music blows. I started out on like a college style radio station and had to play a bunch of fucking shit that I don't listen. I don't listen to fucking Dua Lipa. I don't even know what the fucking Dua Lipa is. So like, Taylor Swift, like I in the studio, I would have my own headphones on if I wasn't like broadcasting because I didn't want to listen to that shit. Ugh. Let's see. What'd Scramble say? That was epic, dude. Thank you, brother. Thank you, man. Yeah, the shorts those are kind of fun to make. They are. They're fun to make. Yeah, Angelus is an enabler. I never watched. I wanted to watch AEW, but we were always streaming Wednesday nights, so I just I was like, I'm not listening to this shit. I'm not listening to this. And then all of a sudden, it's like, because I was out of wrestling, I was completely checked out, and then I'm like, okay, AEW is great. I really like this. I like AEW. Top 40 is shit. Yeah. Don't you take antibiotics for Dua Lipa? I think you're supposed to. Pop music sucks just like it always has. I'll take pop from the 80s over the shit from today because I like the synth stuff, Dua Lipa's a piece of ass, nothing more. I don't even know what she looks like. So I couldn't even begin to judge. I have no idea. Literally, no fucking idea who she is. But yeah, this working in my, I was fine when they put me on a classic rock station after was it 2 years? Because our network did not have a classic rock station, so they started one, and they're like, hey, would you like to work over there? And I'm like, yes. As a matter of fact, I would like to work on a classic rock station. That's where I got to interview Vince Neil, who was a complete fucking piece of shit. The nicest, I only did a couple interviews. Vince Neil, Mark Slaughter from the band Slaughter was amazing. I talked to him for about an hour when we were supposed to have 20 minutes. He was just like, we talked more off the air than we did on the air, because we had to really limit what we talked about during the interview because he was releasing a solo album. So it was more or less us talking about his love of fishing and our shared fun for kayaking and floating and just drinking beer. So that was fun. Because like I said, I got a house on there. My wife and I have a house on a river, so we do a lot of kayaking. Let's see. Wait, what did 24 say? I like Draven, but I can't stand the majority of AEW matches. I honestly don't know how anyone could watch on a consistent basis. AEW's matches, some of them, okay, absolutely, they're sus. But the Fed, misused talent, horrible booking, like worse than Tony Khan's booking. Tony Khan needs a booker. He doesn't have a booker. You've got, cocaine cowboy Tony Khan back there throwing shit together that, yeah. You need to stop Jon Moxley from bleeding every fucking second of every match. That's just overkill. It really is. I can't watch the Fed, especially after, what was it? The 30th anniversary episode of Raw, 30 years of Raw. You started with a 45-minute promo that ruined the women's match. The steel cage match the women were supposed to have later in the fucking show. That was a problem. WWE's garbage. It's fucking garbage. It's so far run into the ground. It sucks too because there's no alternatives outside of I love AEW. I really do because I feel like it's WCW tweaked slightly. Let's see. Hail pursuing paranormal. What's up, Cody? Welcome, brother. Let's see what else we got. AEW is an asylum run by marks for themselves. Tony Khan is a fucking mark. Sentinel, you're absolutely right. And that's the problem with Tony Khan running a company. He's a fucking mark. He shouldn't be running a company. You know? That's like a star. I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Like I said, the guy needs a booker. You own the company, but you're not going to own the company and have the respect of the locker room if you're a fucking mark. You know, and you just want to be. This dude, he jerks off these guys. He wants to be friends with them because he thinks it's cool to be friends with the wrestlers. That's what he thinks, you know, the boys. He wants to be one of the boys, but he never will be because all he is Money Mark who bought his way into the fucking business. He hasn't paid his dues, you know. Tony Khan never set a fucking ring up in a building, work a show in front of 10 people where there's 20 on the card. You don't get fucking paid after you drove 3 hours to get there. Probably fucking not. Probably not. You know, that's the thing that pisses me off about a lot of these fuckers is, you know, the guys like that, they didn't pay their fucking dues. You know, you bought your way into the business. You ain't shit. You can't, you couldn't, and that's the thing, I wasn't fucking great, but bitch, you can't lace my boots up. Like, get the fuck out of here. I ain't been in a ring almost 6 years. I could step in there and work a fucking better match than, let's face it, there's a lot of motherfuckers I could outwork. Even in my age, in my physical condition right now, which ain't bad. It's just not in ring shape. Let's see. Yeah, dude, 80s had the best music. I can't enjoy watching the Fed anymore. The most entertaining AEW was the media scrum with CM Punk. You see Tony kind of look like he was held hostage. Yeah. That's what happens when you're that actually scared and you're on coke, I guess. Dude, the radio thing, literally, I was working doing finance for Chrysler, and they'd have me use my come in this month for the big deals, you know, ba 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 ba. Use my radio voice, which used to be a lot deeper, you know, 6, 7, 8 years ago. They're like, I just joked around with the lady who owned the radio station. I'm like, why don't you give me a job? She goes, do you have any experience in radio? I was like, no, but I've been a professional wrestler and a ring announcer for, at that point, like 5, 6 years. I'm like, why not? She was like, all right, then hired me. That's literally how I got into radio, just from doing commercials, from voiceover spots. NWA. And NWA is great. I haven't watched any new. I like the old stuff. That's basically what I watch. The Bellas. They're easy on the eyes, but I can't stand them. They don't need to be in the business at all. They're rats. Mark Slaughter went to the rival high school of my high school. He wasn't cool before he had his first one-hit wonder moment. I like Fly to the Angels. Up All Night's a good song, but Fly to the Angels is much better. Yeah, MJF is a fucking amazing heel. I've been watching old matches. Scott Hall was huge when he started. It's really cool to see legends in their prime. Oh, dude. Big Scott Hall in Florida back in the 80s. Yeah, he had the long curly hair, no beard, and he had a big mustache. That was Scott Hall. Glow, saw one episode. Yeah, Allison Brie looked really good in that, but I don't know. I grew up with the original Glow. You know, I was like, I don't need to watch a show on it. Whatever. I thought, you know, the couple episodes I saw were good. Yeah. I just didn't care for it. Don't get me wrong, I'm not a WWE mark. I just want entertaining wrestling and having Dude, no judgment. No judgment. No. I didn't take it as you being a mark for the Fed, dude. No worries. No worries. Oh, that's just age. That's just normal aging. And the fact that I've used my vocal cords to make a living. That's a lot of it, man. I was talking to one of the guys who owned another radio station. I used to record spots for, and he said that, he goes, enjoy that deep baritone while you still can. He goes, I used to have a voice like that, 20 years ago, and he was in his 60s at the time, and I was about 35. I mean, it's only 8 years ago. Like I said, I could still go down and do that level if I really need to. He's be Y102, today's hit music. That was my whole shtick. I got in some hot water with MJF on Twitter for saying he lost all credibility by doing a dance number with Chris Jericho. He was pissed at me. Hail, Clone Geek. Sorry, Mandalorian sounds really good this week. I watched the first episode with my son. He wanted to watch it. Like I said, I don't pay for Disney Plus. And we threw it on. I watched it. I'm like, okay, I guess. All right, whatever, you know. Not terrible, but I didn't. And then, you know, he comes and says, hey, there's a couple new episodes of Mandalorian, Dad. I'm like, I got to watch Gotham Knights, son. Back to being productive. Make a great day, everyone. Have a great day, Dave. Appreciate you being here, brother. Appreciate you being here, sir. Thank you. 997X, bam, the future of rock and roll. Mine was, I used to listen to my rap station was WJLB out of Detroit. WJLB jams your strong songs with Mason and Company in the morning. Frankie and Darcel, the Turntable Sisters, and the Bushman at night, baby. Yeah, that was fucking, that was the rap station, man. JLB down there in the D. That was, I used to listen to them all of that. 96.3. Then, of course, Riff Rocks, 101. MJF is the best heel in the business right now. That's a Rain Man? I don't know. I haven't seen Rain Man in so long, dude. I haven't seen Rain Man in fucking 20, 25 years probably. Sounds like a decent portion if it takes place on Coruscant. See, that was something I always wanted, was like more Coruscant. Because they got to that in the prequels and they never did anything else with it. I always thought that would have been a cool setting. I thought they were supposed to have a show there. The Wolfman Jack. That's where I got the idea for that voice from, was Wolfman Jack, because I used to listen to him as a kid. He was in a fucking horror movie. It was like, what the hell was the movie? I can't remember what the movie was called. But he was in a horror movie, or they used his voice. He was like the DJ during like the course of the movie. Was it the Midnight Hour or something? I can't remember. Me and my sisters used to watch it all the time before the one went full commie and I said, fuck you, and stopped talking to her, but that was when we were kids. No, she turned commie a couple of years ago. Oh, shit. I think we have more topics, but yeah, it is that voice was, that my voice was a Wolfman. It was inspired by that. Absolutely. This is funny. Let's talk about this one for a minute here. I don't know if YouTube will like this, but we'll cover this article here. Wolfman was the inspiration for the Crazy Taxi game series narrator. Fucking Wolfman Jack. R.I.P. It was a big loss a couple years ago when I was in radio and Alan Allman died. Now, Alan Allman, if you're from Michigan, that man was on 100.3 WNIC for years, and he had a show at night called Pillow Talk, and it would always start out with Kool and the Gang, Summer Madness, that opening to that beautiful sax solo, I think it is at the beginning. Start with those horns, and then the synth kicks in, and then you'd hear that hello and welcome to Pillow Talk. You know, that deep voice, just like, oh my God. It was awesome. I was like, this guy's fucking amazing. I was like, that was one of my inspirations. He passed away a few years ago. Yeah. So that was that was one of my main, him and Wolfman. As far as radio, and then of course, I listened to Casey Kasem as a kid too. Let's see, Clone Geek says there was a Star Wars Underworld show that was proposed under the Lucas years. They literally have over 40 scripts for it, and the great thing is the better ideas for the new canon that comes from that. Yeah, well, wasn't it like Star Wars, was it Star Wars like 1313? Was that what it was supposed to be or something? Hey, have a good day, good stuff. We'll see you, brother. I thought that was supposed to be a show years ago, and that was one of the ones that got canceled. But I mean, it was a good idea. One of my sons likes to watch all the Disney Marvel productions. He asked me to watch stuff that I had avoided for years. How do you think Disney how many views do you think Disney has because parents are watching with their kids? Oh, that's a lot. Oh, 1313 was a game. All right. A lot, man. Because that's the only reason I watched any of that shit. I ain't going to the fucking theater to watch any of the Marvel movies anymore. Why? They're garbage. They hate me. They don't want, They don't like me. They like money, but they don't want, they don't want me as a fan. I'm a white guy. I'm not a diverse fucking. It's trash, and I don't. It's not even the fact that I'm a white guy. I'm a white guy that has conflicting views of them. I refuse to play make believe with fucking idiots. It's utter shite and ridiculous. I can't abide by that. 1313 was a young Boba Fett game set in the time period. And I was looking at the Wikipedia page on Underworld, and it said there are over 50 written with a plan for it, at least 100 episodes. Dude, I'm reading the last story in the Tale of the Bounty Hunters EU novel right now. It was edited by Kevin Anderson. You got IG, Zuckuss 4-Lam, Dengar, Bosk, and then Boba Fett stories in there, which fucking book is excellent. Came out in 96. I want more of those now. Those should be made into movies and shows. Those stories are awesome. And they follow the events that from the movies, which is great because it canonically, they make it fit in. They're not inventing new canon for trash reasons. Godzillionaire, you're supposed to watch it so we don't have to. Well, hang on. How dare you? Yeah, no. The only thing I'll watch so you don't have to is Gotham Knights. That's the CW doesn't owe me any money. I haven't, and I can bag on that. I don't expect that. Any quality out of this. I'm trying to fight back a yawn. I don't expect any quality out of the CW, so I have no problem hate watching that. It's not even really hate watching because it's fun. Because with such low expectations, there's only room to have fun with the garbage, and that's what I'm gonna do with it. It's gonna be like new Batwoman. Pursuing Paranormal. What's up, brother? Only Marvel flick I'm excited for is Guardians 3. Marvel movies and shows are as dead as Star Wars. Yeah, I don't honestly think I'll go see Guardians 3 as much as I would like to. That'll be let my son and my wife go watch that one together and enjoy it. I would never know if it was bad if you didn't watch. Tale of the Bounty Hunters was a formative part of my youth. The IG-88 was so insane. I love it. Yeah, that story was crazy. Like he's straight up like trying to take over the fucking galaxy. Like all the droids. I mean, it was they had like a whole revolution plan. That was great. The Disney canon brought back Dengar's girlfriend, and Dengar is now written like a Rodney Dangerfield. Oh, yeah, I really liked that Dengar was with the Twi'lek. I was like, man, this is really kind of cool. It humanizes him because during the movies you don't get anything other than that one scene. He's on screen for 10 seconds in Empire, and it's like, who the fuck is Dengar? I want some info on him. It's like I got the figure. It's like, who the hell is he? So I thought it was really cool. I love them expanding on those characters. The new Jedi game coming out is sugar-coated Force Unleashed Kyle Katarn ripoff. Fuck Disney Lucasfilm. I can get with that. Oh, and there is leaked Star Wars Underworld test footage that looked great. How long ago did that leak, man? Wasn't that a couple years ago? I thought that leaked a couple years ago. We were talking about Marvel. God, Tilda Swinton. The the Sorcerer Supreme, right? She's supposed to, they didn't...
Ready, Bill?
Dude, are you sure we should be doing this?
I didn't mean to hit that button. I didn't mean to hit that button. No, I think, Tilda Swinton was the Sorcerer Supreme. And in Doctor Strange, people complained because she was white, and then, the only time you complain is when, X, and why not Y? And we're just like, can you please shut the hell up? Like, these people are insane. I'm waiting for something to upload here because we're going to talk about Marvel. We got to do it proper, right? We can't leak 3 years ago. It says Clone Geek. All right, that's what I thought. read the Bounty Hunter War trilogy. That acts as a sequel to some of the Tales of Bounty Hunter stuff. Yeah, I'll check that out because I want to read the Thrawn trilogy and the X-Wing series too. Let's talk some Marvel. There we go. There we go. Now we can do this proper. Let's see here. We'll change up the music a little bit here. Go over here. All right, there we go. All right. Dr. Strange star Tilda Swinton said she's done with the COOF mask mandates on film sets. Oh boy. That's gonna get her. That's gonna get her some hate. You know, she is going to be, damn, she's going to be fucking shredded for this on social media. Leaked 3 years ago. Let's see, wait, the X-Wing books are legit. Oh, excuse me. I'll, like I said, I'm looking forward to checking those out. Yes, the kazoo, Chris. I do mildly prefer Aaron Alston X-Wing books for the character work in it. Okay. That's good to know. Yeah, that's the thing, man, because like I said, I'm basically new to all the X-Wing stuff and the EU stuff. Well, not X-Wing, but the EU stuff. So it's kind of like flying blind, jumping into these books and everything in this universe. But let's see what Tilda Swinton says here. Tilda Swinton, perhaps best known for her starring roles in such films as The Beach, The Chronicles of Narnia, The Lion, the Witch, and The Audacity of This Bitch, and 2016's Doctor Strange, recently went on the attack against the continued enforcement of COOF masking mandates on film sets. 3 years in, and they're still forcing people for this. Well, we're not going to listen. She says, I'm actually just about to start shooting a pic in Ireland. The actress told the panel's host, Sundance Film Festival director Eugene Hernandez, and I was told. Full disclosure, and I'm sure this is being recorded, people in Ireland might hear it, to wear a mask at all times. And I'm not wearing a mask because I'm super healthy. I've had COVID so many times. I'm full of antibodies, and I have faith. Turning to the crowd, she continued, look at you. I bet none of you are wearing masks as well. I mean, who knew that was going to be possible? I mean, in Texas, people did wear masks. Did people wear masks? I have to ask. Swinton went on to express her love of filmmaking and how it related to the pandemic, asserting a couple of years ago, we couldn't imagine sitting in a room like this, could we? And we did wonder, she recalled. I did. I wondered how long it would be before the time we would be able to, and I did. I did have a concern and thought that sitting in a big place to look at a big screen was a bit obsolete, would kind of gain traction. And that would just tip over the edge, and people would just forget the power of the magic carpet. Oh, look, there's the liar himself, Anthony Fauci. Wait, all right, I'm back. Supposed to be working, so I might not comment. So I might or might not comment. Well, it's good to see you back, good stuff. Welcome back, brother. Good to have you in the chat. Yeah, this little Peckerwood liar. Oh. There is pushback, and yeah, Ouchie's in trouble. He's going to be in some trouble because people are done. People are done. Anybody with a modicum of common sense is done with this shit. Mask mandates were being forced during the pandemic, not out of necessity, but because they allowed certain individuals and groups, often backed by fascistic governments, such as countries in Canada, New Zealand, Australia, even the UK, to amass obscene levels of power. She's not wrong. You know, for example, it was revealed in 2021, the American Federation of Teachers, one of the Democratic Party's largest donors, had gained such bureaucratic influence as to directly shape mask-related policies of the CDC. Fauci suggested wearing multiple masks on top of the other. I mean, yeah, I don't really want to talk about this much more because I don't want to deal with YouTube guidelines and all that. But that's trash. Like, that is trash panda shit right there. I thought, and the school that I work at, I'm so confused. The school that I work at was very, that was random, I know, cavalier about the masks. They're like, we don't want to do this. You know, we don't want to do this. So every opportunity I had, I wouldn't wear it, you know. When I was I teach gym partially, and it's like, I'm not wearing a mask. I'm not having my kids wear masks in gym class. And they're like, okay. Like, good. Why should, okay. And this is another thing. I teach pre-K through 8th grade. How destructive is it to these kids when they're 4 or 5 years old to think that's normal? Tell me, how destructive is that to their psyches and their development? Not only that, it's unhealthy. It's unhealthy. And it was about power. This whole thing was about power and control. It was never about what they said it was. And that's all I'm going to say. I have to change the topic because YouTube will. My channel's I already have enough trouble getting traction. Like I said, for 1,300 subscribers, I should never have a video with less than 100 views. Never. And yet, here we are. You know, like I said, 6 months ago, I had less subscribers, and I was getting more views and picking up more subs than I am now. I gained 17 last month. I'm sorry. I see a lot bigger channels than mine that their content is shit. It's shit. But I'm not hating. You do you. You do your thing. We're right here. Like I said, if I got to sit down, you know, Coruscant, the more affluential the people were, the higher up they were in Coruscant, you know, in the levels. It's like when you're down on the bottom level in Coruscant with the people in the bar selling the death sticks, you know what? Kind of made my home here, and I'm happy. I'm happy. Because I consider myself a small channel. I'm only 1,300 subs. I'm a fucking tiny little channel. You know, so I just the whole YouTube thing, and one thing you'll never see, I'm not fake either. So people who've met me in person from this platform know that. This is what you see on camera is what you get off camera. So yeah, it is what it is. Like, I mean, I can understand people falling for disingenuous shit because people are easily influenced at times, you know. Snake oil salesmen come in all shapes and forms. But fuck that. Let's just have fun. Let's just have fun. Like I said, who was in the chat earlier? You got Sheila Aliens in the chat. That's a 48,000 subscriber channel. In my chat, like, what the fuck are you like? You're slumming down here, girl. You're slumming. We're happy to have you. We're happy to have you, Sheila. And welcome. Like I said welcome earlier, but thank you. Like I said, that's a big ass channel. So, you know, thank you for coming out and watching. My community posts are fire. You know, that's the kind of shit that I like to do on there, is just have fun with that community tab. And just have fun so people can, you know, get a laugh. You know, if you don't have time to watch a video or a live stream, go over, check out a meme, and laugh. I'll come back to your second comment in a minute, Sheila. I'm going to go back up here for a minute. Sentinel. I saw a high schooler walking past me in front of my car outside, nobody around him, wearing a mask like it was nothing. I live in California. These people are programmed. Oh. When I go to Detroit, to the sub, not in Detroit, well, it's weird. Like, when I go, because I've gone through the ghetto, and you still see people wearing, like, masks. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, they have fucked with your communities enough down here, dude. Do you realize what they're doing to you? It's bad. They are programmed. They're brainwashed, brother. They're brainwashed. We got to deprogram. That's why it's important for people to get involved in the education system that are free thinkers, that aren't indoctrinators, you know? Because the kids, look at how fucking jacked up some of these kids. Look at people like David Hogg. That's not a good example because he's a paid crisis actor. If a mask can't protect you from rancid burrito farts, what makes you think it'll protect you from a virus 100 times smaller than poop particles. Yup. 10 to 15 years, we have the largest mental health crisis you've ever seen in recent times. We're going through one now, brother. This whole Troon movement that's fucking mental health shit. That's mental health shit. ETEP selling Lucy death sticks and Coruscant. It's me, baby. Me and George Floyd selling them Lucy's. We got counterfeit fucking Imperial credits. I stay slumming because I'm always in the CG slums. All right. This is one thing I like about Sheila. All right. And I'll say this openly on my stream. There's mutual acquaintances we have that may not see eye to eye, but Sheila, you've always been you've been good. You've been on the level with me, and I thank you for that. I do. I thank you for that. That's all I'm gonna say about it. We're just gonna enjoy our time here. No more issues, no more drama here. So thank you. I appreciate that. I really do. But that last morning stream that y'all came into, 160 views. I'm not gonna complain about that. But no, thank you. Thank you for hanging out and being cool. You know what I mean? I appreciate it. Let's see. Clone Geek. Marvel Unlimited has all the old EU Star Wars comics. Is that digital? Is that digital distribution? Or is that like physical? I only have one of the old Star Wars comics from when I was a kid. If they did some kind of George Floyd story on the side of one of Star Wars Disney Plus, I might just have to watch it for the lols. Oh, dude, absolutely. Absolutely. Let's see. There was a great comic about Luke Skywalker's great-grandson who was a death stick addict. Oh, shit, really? Not going to disagree. No, and that's one thing. No matter what level of disagreement you have with somebody, I don't condone anybody going after anybody's channel like that. I agree with you on that, Sheila. I absolutely do. I'm not going to disagree. And like I said, I watched your stream later that day, and that's why I said thank you for kind of having my back. I appreciate it. I didn't block. I thank you. So I appreciate it. It's digital. Okay, so Marvel Unlimited is all digital. All right. Star Wars Legacy. It takes place 137 years. It's one of the best. All right. See, I need to check those out now. Brahma Bull. What's up, bro? Welcome, my man. Brahma's another guy I got to get back on. It's been too fucking long, dude. It has been too fucking long since Brahma Bull's been a guest on the channel. I'm gonna get you on a holy shit new stream. But do you stream on Wednesdays now, Brahma? I can't remember if you do. Like I said, I got an open slot tonight on the panel. I was gonna have 24 on, but he's not streaming. So let's see. And the death stick addict is Cade Skywalker, who becomes a bounty hunter after losing. I know. Yeah. No spoilers. Let's see here. Yeah. So no more mask mandates for Tilda Swinton. She's out on that. She said, "F that. I'm not doing it." I still see, like I said, I was in the store shopping the other day, and I people watch, when I'm in public. That's my kind of my thing. And there's still people walking around wearing masks in Walmart. I'm like, in the parking lot alone, like you said earlier, Sentinel. It's like people driving in their cars alone still with the face diaper. I'm like, are you mental? Are you completely fucking mental at that? I think you are at that point. Like, you're mental. Brahma. Not much on Wednesday night anymore, but got a family thing. All right. We'll shoot for. Let me look at the calendar, because we could probably shoot for next week. The 22nd. If you're free the 22nd, next Wednesday night, come on. And here's an update, because I'll be in. Wait a second. Let me do it right. Hang on. Hold up, pimpin'. What the fuck is wrong with my background here? There we go. We had to tighten it up. Right here. I'll be over here. I'll be we'll be in Cincinnati the 24th through about the 26th or 27th. Nat. What are you doing? What are you doing, baby? Puppers is back there. Puppers is back there chilling. You want to make an appearance? She's sleeping. She's laying in her bed chilling. Okay. We'll put you down next week, man. Let's see. I'm free. All right. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna be able to make Trina's again. I got it. Like I said, I should be wrapping this up, but we'll go for another. We'll make it a 90-minute stream. We'll go for another hour and a half, or another hour and a half. Jesus Christ, no. We'll go for another about 13 to 14 minutes, or until I have to pee really bad, because I'm getting there right now. Coffee and water are going through me. You come on, Draven. You can come out with me and Soldier Spirit and CJ then, and subscribe. Congrats to Soldier Spirit. 2 months in, monetized. Fucking excellent, brother. Excellent. Guy's got a great channel. He's a fucking cool guy. Member of my Wednesday night panel with CJP-Forgotton One music. Another one. Their links are in the description. Go subscribe to these guys. CJ is, much like I've said about Tony for 3 years, criminally undersubbed. CJ is so fucking talented. His music is spot on. He did the theme for my channel, Camp Crystal Lake, which I know it's been 2 weeks. I got to get another video up there. I'm still working on the Dogman documentary behind the scenes. I'm one person. This is why I've been streaming so much. I know. Now, here, you know what? Let me do this real quick. We'll put a poll in the chat, giggity, and I want you guys to weigh in on this. I'm going to say, do you prefer more of the daily live streams or single release? Wait, hang on. We gotta reword this, because I can't change the. Let's see. Here we go. Hang on. Let's see. We'll say daily live streams, and then we have single release videos. Single release videos. It's not okay, and I'll say this: it doesn't or will not affect the main shows, the night shows. You know, the night shows are always going to be there. The only one I'm on the fence with, permanently, is Holy Shit News. We're kind of it's kind of like these shows are honestly getting more views than that, and Dogman. Oh, Sheila, you never heard of the Dogman? The Legend of the Dogman, half man, half dog, roams Michigan, and now they've had sightings across the Midwest. So yeah, it's kind of it's cool. Let me find some info. There's a bunch of stuff on YouTube about him. Like, okay, so I grew up in Michigan, like there was a song they used to play on this radio station about the Dogman, which was really, I mean, I was a kid. But I think they made like a movie about it a couple of years ago, like a smaller documentary or something. But I'm going to start doing a lot more paranormal stuff. Actually, like I said, one of my wife's friends who's a Marine, and myself and like my son and her are going to start going. There's places around Michigan we're going to travel to that are haunted. Start making some trips. The stuff will be up on the secondary channel, Camp Crystal Lake. Some of it will find its way here. But mostly over there, and that's the thing is like, I didn't really want to ever be on camera over there, because I want to focus more on the content. Like, nobody wants to fucking see me. Like, if I was you, I'd tell me to get off camera right now, because nobody wants to fucking see my ugly ass. But I still have a good voice and good information sometimes. So, But here, back to this poll I'm putting in the chat right now. So this will be, we'll have, single release, daily live streams, mixture of both. So there we go, right there. There's 3 options. What do you guys want? What do you guys want? There you go. We'll leave that up for the next 9 to 10 minutes. But yeah, let me pull it for Sheila here. Let me do this. The Dogman of Michigan. We should just play the song, honestly. It's been so long since I've heard it. This is in folklore. The Michigan Dogman was allegedly witnessed in 1887 in Wexford County, Michigan. The creature is described as 7 foot tall, blue-eyed or amber-eyed, bipedal canine-like animal with the torso of a man and a fearsome howl that sounds like a human scream. According to legends, the Michigan Dog Man appears in a 10-year cycle that falls on years ending in 7. Sightings have been reported in several locations throughout Michigan, primarily in the northwestern quadrant of the Lower Peninsula. In 1987, the legend of the Dogman gained popularity when disc jockey Steve Cook, who either just retired or is still maybe on the air on WTCM out of Traverse City, recorded a song about the creature and its reported sightings. The creature was unknown to most of the modern world until very late in the 20th century. The Odawa tribes lived there. It's said to have stalked the area around the Manistee River in the days when the Odawa tribes were there. There's in 1937, Paris, Michigan, which I used to live over by there. Robert Fortney was attacked by 5 wild dogs. Said one of the 5 walked on 2 legs. So there's a lot of cool stuff over there. There's a lot of cool stuff about the Dog Man. Wait, Sheila says you have kitties and in her cryptozoology, so we're cool. Thank you, miss. Thank you. Fictitious Dave, what's up? Hail, brother. I strongly vote yes on the paranormal content. That's the other channel. That'll be Camp Crystal Lake. Like I said, I've got 3 videos up over there right now, and like I said, we'll probably put some paranormal stuff over here too, just because this channel's bigger, has a better reach, is more established. But some I might do dual uploads, even though I said I wouldn't. I will do some dual uploads over there and here. So yeah, vote on that poll. And did I accidentally end that? I think I did. Whoops. Did I really? What the hell's going on? I don't know. Anyway, we'll do some, like I said, there'll be some single release videos. Don't worry. I've got plenty of reviews planned here. Check out the interview with Jennifer Thomas. You want to talk about a badass woman. I can't wait to honestly meet her and to have her beat me up in person. It'll be fun. She's cool as hell though. No, I thought I put the poll in the chat, man. Let's see. Nelson says I listened to a podcast called Dogman Encounters the Radio. People see him all over the world, especially on this continent. See, I didn't know it was like worldwide. That's awesome. Like that I think it lends credence to the fact that this is a real thing. Because I believe in this stuff. I do. I really do. It's fucking freaky. Wait, the Dogman is a Limerican? Is that how I say that? Limerican? I'd never heard the term, but I'll have to look. I'll look that up. God's there. Not to be confused with Dogeman. No, not to be confused with Dogeman. Never to be confused with Dogeman. Thank you, Godzillionaire. Damn. Let's see here. You guys have been great this morning, dude. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. I gotta say, do you all, I mean, obviously, there was 20 people watching at one point. I don't think anybody minds the solo streams then, if it's just me. I used to do them this way back. There was a morning show back in the day here. It was the morning after, I think we called it. Something like that. I wanted to call it the Walk of Shame. But ETEP believes in unicorns. I don't believe in unicorns. Those aren't real. They fart ice cream. It better be Superman ice cream if they do. Because Superman ice cream's the shiz. I do. I still love that. I'm not going to lie. Kevin Spacey likes to ride My Little Ponies. God damn it. Dogman, does he lick his own testicles? Probably to stay clean, I'd imagine. If the Dogeman does. I think Elon Musk does after he banned my fucking Twitter account. If you're just getting here, my main Twitter account has been blocked. So yeah, here's where you can follow me right here. Yeah, if you're not, there's the new Twitter. Because I've been put in Twitter jail for telling Brooklyn Dad Defiant he's a piece of shit. I think he reported me. Because I hit him twice in like 10 minutes today. Well, if you wasn't such a fucking idiot, I wouldn't, you know? But I mean, dude, you're a propaganda spewing shitbag. I mean, what do you expect? Yeah, get that Kraken hyena off your panel. That one dude with the shrill laugh is effing annoying. No, he's not. Chris Fisk has the most... Oh, it's Chris Fisk saying that. So, bro, you have the most infectious laugh. Like, seriously, dude. It is... You know that. And, yeah. Chris, like, you were one of the people I was so happy to have come on the panel permanently. Yeah, so there's the new Twitter link. You can follow me over there. We'll be back tonight at... You could also have an open mic, one of those daily shows. Maybe. There's a lot of guests I'd like to have on. There's a lot of people that I can't have on at night that maybe could come on during the day. I got to get my brother G-Tep, my Australian... Look at... Hang on, let me do this. No, this isn't an Andrew Tate impression either. I'm Grant Gregory. Non-Australian Grant Gregory. So that's why he calls me E-Tep and he's G-Tep. So, yeah, that's going to do it. So I got to run. I got to go drop off my taxes and do adult things and then watch Gotham Knights and get ready for the show tonight. So it'll be myself, Soldier Spirit, CJP-Draven, maybe somebody else. Who knows? But thank you, everybody. Let me go through this wonderful chat and thank everybody for stopping in and just having a good time this morning. Go check out the short if you haven't yet. The Bill Wick short. And no, not Bill Wick. There's probably going to be a Z-Tep eventually, Gap. Not Bill Wick, the mixed wrestling video producer, as in Bill S. Preston. Wait, no, Ted. Did I say Bill Wick or Ted Wick? Fuck, I don't know. Whatever. It's a fucking John Wick mashup between Keanu Reeves and John Wick and Bill and Ted. There, that's what the fucking video is. Can you tell I'm ready to go because I got to piss? Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Gap, Godzillionaire, Adega Outlaw, El Chewbacca Cabra. Let's see. Scrambles the Death. Scrambles is somebody I want to have on. Scrambles has got a channel. Scrambles, I got to get you on here. Chris Fisk, he said 24. Let's see who else we got here. Goodstuff, Gap. Got some awesome mods here. The Sentinel. Hicksvillain. Hicksvillain joined in. AngelousDraven. Instant Regret. My man Chris Underwood's been following me on YouTube since 2006. Silicon Dave. Let's see. Vinny stopped in. Let's see. Nelson the Psychopath. Who else do we have? Of course, the lovely and talented Sheila Aliens. Let's see. Who else? Pursuing Paranormal was here. Fictitious Dave. Thank you, everybody, for stopping in. And smack that like button. Make sure you're still subscribed, because YouTube really likes to fuck with me. I could say they're anti-Semitic, but I don't play that card. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I am E-Tep Okuian from the Place to Be Reviews. I have been here with all of yous, even the 2 Utes. If I don't see ya, have a great day, a pleasant tomorrow, and I will catch you on the next one. Go watch that short. Give me some watch time.
It's better to burn out than to fade away.
I could do this all day.